Hello people, welcome back to DutchModeling. Today with another inbox review, and this time we're going to review the brand new RPG ScaleModeling T-80U, long awaited kit. A lot of hype around this one, and to start off I really want to thank RPG Modeling for sending me this review sample. It's a 1/35 scale kit number is 35001. It's the very first kit I ever made. And the box art, I really like this drawing in action, going with high speeds. It's a Russian main battle tank. It says in English, Russian, Chinese and Japanese or Korean, I really don't know. On the sides, you'll see an overview of the photo edge, an overview of the decal sheet, two QR codes. It's made in shipping, main plastic. It's not a toy. On this side you got again the photo of the box art, the number, the scale. Here you see 5 different painted up versions in drawing style, and here's again the same side. So it's a pretty big box. Let's open it and see what's in there. And the first thing you see, it's full. It's definitely completely full. So put this aside, take it out, and a nice, but loosened up a bit. Let's see what happens. A lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff in here. Photo edge. Keep this aside. Massive instruction book. And here's some more. They did separate it, but it didn't help well very well. The intentions are good, let's say to that. It is glued back in after time, not now. So, as always, let's start with the instruction sheet, or booklet in this case. Nice staple, glossy back. That's the sun making a lot of rackets. It's in, I'm guessing Chinese where they're from. English with actually performance parameters down here. The weight, fuel capacity, length, everything is in here. So there's a little bit of a water damage here in the bottom, as you can see. Something happened during transport, I guess. But you can see there's a lot of information about the tank itself. And in Russian. And special thanks to Model Smush. No clue who that is. Model is Smush. No clue. Yeah, this has some water damage. No problem. You start with a black and white picture of the front. And some read carefully, some explanation of the signs in there. The decal application. And then you start with the sprue overview, sprue maps. Basically printed, they're lettered and numbered, so that's easy. Underneath the turret, copper cable, corrugated pipe, smoke emitter and muzzle, that's cool. PE, decals, parts, and then, yeah, this is gonna be talking about later. And then you see the style of instructions, as you can see here. Black lines using to call out the parts, this all being the D1, and the red lines being used to indicate where they are or should be positioned. So you start with those blocks on the front. It's very different from normal kits. Normally we start with putting down the wheels. So yay for this, I already like it. Bump stops. Here you're going to start with the corrugated pipe. I'm going to show you them when we're through to this. These are the it's not for the suspension. I can't remember the name now. Torsion bars. See, I can remember. Torsion bars here. You can put me up to show it's torsion bar suspension, as you can see. And here's everything being placed. And they especially say do not glue, so this will be a fully workable suspension. which is nice. For a very first kit, I think that's a little bit ambitious, but let's see how it works. Vision blocks go in, the ERA blocks go, or mounting plate goes on front. Then you start working on the engine deck with the grills and everything. And this is nice and clean. So it's very, you can see everything what happens. There's a nice overview. That will change about halfway. I went through this again already, and that will change. Don't be shocked. And again, low plate, upper plate goes up, and the engine deck parts all go down here. Nice. Coming on down here, we're going to do the idler holder, where being built up, and all the return rollers, and also I'm guessing the mud scraper will be the best word for it, which is from Photo Edge. And actually they tell you to bend by a certain degree. So this bend has to be 80 degrees, that bend has to be 20 degrees, and two bends of 90 degrees. I don't know how specific you're gonna be with it, but you can be very specific with it. If you want a little bit of this. Stay there, camera. Thank you. Back here, the blade being positioned with the push rods there. Then it's showing transmission, final drive, road wheels with polycaps. I haven't seen polycaps. Maybe I will see polycaps. The sprocket wheel with the disc in between, and the return roller. So we're only at step 11. The wheels are going on, so that's something new. And the final drive is being put in as well, and return rollers. Well, everything do not glow because it's with polycaps. And the suspension is workable. And I did the sneak peek. These tracks are workable too, which is not per se a good thing. Here you can see it's. I've done these tracks before. I can just not remember which kit and which manufacturer it was. It's plastic tracks, which you put the guide horn. You click the two pads in. You put them in a holder. And then you put the sides on also, and you push them on like that. And it works, and I've done it before. I just cannot remember which kit it was. I just do not, I'm looking with my build stuff. I cannot remember which one it was. You'll probably help me remember. This is, I've seen this before, doing this way. I think also Meng could also be a tackle. But it's not new. And it kind of works. All nothing gluing, all movable, all usable, which is nice with the suspension. And they say to put it on, but you know you won't do that. The side fenders, spacers go on, as you can see there. And here they go on. Then you got fuel bags, tanks, toolboxes, spare part boxes, spare track links, everything going on there. And the other side the same, fuel tanks, spare boxes for spare parts and stuff going on there. Then you got the clamps, and clamp down, which are Photo Edge again, and again with the amount of degrees you have to bend it, as you can see. Other side exactly the same. Here the spacers for the mud flaps from the sides, how it's built up, and again with Photo Edge, how many degrees you have to bend them. And I'm probably will be the next side. Yeah, see, other side as well, same story. Then the mud flaps, armor, RPG, they're just mud flaps. They're rubbery, and this is metal. So how they build up. And there's a thing I'm gonna show you later on, something I saw. check this out. 1 second. I'm not quite sure. Oh, wait a minute. You got a double layer here, so you got scale thickness, I guess. And this isn't very, but yeah. So you put these on those, and then you put those underneath. Then you put them on. So this is a double layer. I'm guessing to get scale thickness. Because the lettering down here, or the numbering, it's something that came back on the part itself, and I kind of was wondering how they want to get rid of that. And then you get the drag and cell instructions. For some reason. There's a whole lot to take in all at once. So after step 22, after this one, just take a deep breath before you switch it, because here it's halfway through. This is a lot of information all at once. So here you gotta do the unditching lock, and this is a fuel line, and you got the mud flaps, lighting from the rear. Looks like an exhaust here. All kinds of stuff building up here, and again you got this, it's going on here, but this is going to be built up like here. This is all that part, and this is all that part, and that's, like I said, you turn the page, you got dragging instructions. A whole lot of photo edge here, and this is all the looks at it, I would say these are the basis for the fuel drums later on. All small lines here, these are very small parts. This will be fiddly. Driver's hatch, which is photo edge. All small parts here again, and here's a lot of lining, a whole lot of photo edge being placed on here. As you can see, all PE all over the rear deck in the front. More small hooks, lighting, the horn, the headlights with the covers. And we got this is going on the, let me see. This is the underside of the tank. So this is going on that is the mud flaps on the front. These. But this is very, the way they depict this. This is the underside. So you actually turn it around. Otherwise it won't fit. Towing cable. Exactly how you should place it. And again, they all say do not glue. So you are able to glue that. Take it off again. Front mud flaps. These are also photo. No. These are the vinyl stuff. And then the turret. So we're 30 steps in and we're starting the turret. Gun mount, do not glue of course, so it's movable. The front, vision port blocks all around, instrument panels, radio stuff. For infrared viewer, I guess that it is. This is something that goes on the side. Little hooks, these are photo edge hooks, and there are 3 of them. The lower turret part goes together. The aero blocks go on here, here, everybody blocks. Blocks. It says dig. I probably mean drill. Just a guess, it's like it's dig. I'm guessing it's drill. But we'll see about that. There's something that probably needs to go in there later on. So be watching that spot there. Don't know why. Side armor protection of the turret. Other side. And then again it gets a little bit busy here. This is all turret stuff. Baskets, smoke line mounts, searchlight. These are the smoke line mounts, the smoke dispensers, which are actually metal, so that's cool. Railings, stuff, cabling, more smoke dispensers, searchlight, infrared light, searcher. Commander's cupola or hedge. That's more a hedge than a cupola, this one of course. So a whole lot of stuff going on there. Goes in the loader or gunner. Don't know if this thing has an autoloader. ET90 has an autoloader, I don't know about the T80. Oh, later loader or gunner. Hedge. Stuff on the inside here a little bit. And more setup for the. These look like antenna pods, maybe? Could be, maybe, don't know. This is part for the, I think it was a snorkel that goes on here. It looks like it in the picture at least. Let's say it's a snorkel, just for sakes. Snorkel parts for deep wading. And all being, the stacks being put on here, and here's the elongated pipe. I think if you can choose, because this is in a flat position, I think you should be able to choose to put it in an upright position, or not. Or not, I don't know. Hanging brackets. And then you get the pipe. Gezondheid. Gezondheid. Everything. Yeah. These look like ammo boxes or fuel canisters, something like that. Go on there as well. Then more stuff for lighting and everything on the turret. The smokestack goes on the back. I think this is deep wading, but the turret so that people can breathe still. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this looks very much for deep wading. I really do not know, but that's my first thing I would say, deep wading. There are people out there that know that. This is turret basket, boxes, and one of the 7.6252 machine guns for the commander's hatch with armor ammo casing, so these are ammo casings. Boxes. Go and put on there as you can see. Oh, that's what those round things were for. You can choose where to put the machine gun. So these four actually are to see where you want to mount the machine gun. You can move it around if you like. Cool. That's a neat idea. Then there is the 6, 7, 8 part gun barrel. It's a bit of a shame. Two parts. Then you got the rings in between here, and so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 parts. A lot of sanding on a round barrel, always nice. 8 parts. There's another ring. Then it goes on, and final touch is some photo edge here. Not really clear where that goes or what it's for, but it goes on there somewhere. So then the turret meets the hole, and then you're ready to paint. And you got paint schemes. Very surprising, no MIG. These are paint schemes for the 4th Guard Tank Division Russia in 2015. And you got to choose, they choose for you the colors of Mr. Color, Tamiya, Vallejo, and Transform. That's a company I've never heard from. So that's a new one for me, Transform. Don't know what kind of paints they are, but the rest you can. This is a winterish camo. Then you got the 2nd International Exhibition of Arms and Military Equipment in Russia in 2014. This is just a standard Russian green. And you got the Army 2008 International Technical Forum, Russian Army 2008, which is a nice tritone. And the colors keep it, it's always Mr. Color, Tamiya, Vallejo and Transform. I like this one. Then you got the 3rd Armored Brigade of South Korean Army, 2017. This is going to be a bitch to paint. And then here we got the 4th Tank Division of Russian Army in 2011. And they actually got a turret number there. Yeah, it's both the same division. It's just this one is 4 years older. It's both the 4th Tank Guards Division. And they're both a little bit winterish. So this is more yellowy white, this is more whitey white. And those are the instructions. And this took me a good 20 minutes. That's long for instructions. But they're very intense instructions. So here you can see, and I'm gonna keep this a little bit in the. I keep these in the back because I don't want to leave these. You got the corrugated pipe for the movable suspension. You got the nozzle, which is here, and then you got the smoke dispensers. I'm gonna give you a close up, but I'm not gonna take them out because it will work. That thing there, that's the nozzle. Those are the smoke dispensers, and this corrugated pipe is just very much soft plastic. But that's something you're gonna lose if you're not careful. Then we got the decals and the photo edge. There's not a lot of photo edge. I expected a lot more. If you can see how much photo edge you need, so I'm kind of worried this isn't everything. But I can actually check in the instructions, and I guess I will in a second. Because if you see how much photo edge you're gonna add, and then just seeing this only this single small photo edge thread, I don't mind, but it's a little bit. It seems not enough. You got the copper wire, which is pretty nice. See. And you got the photo edge. Second. You can see here. It looks very good. Screens and everything. And then you got these look and feel. Oh, you can really feel them. These are pretty thick. They are made by Galaxy Model China. They're shiny. They do look registered though, but you can actually feel them. I don't know if you can pick up how they look. Let's see if we can get the light on there. Lighting isn't optimal today, but you can see what you can see. So just put these back. They're not damaged because they're not otherwise protected except by this little bag. They're all resealable bags, so that's a plus. And before I continue, I'm going to check and let you know immediately if that's correct, if it's only one small sheet of photo edge, which seems a little bit underwhelming, the amount of photo edge you actually have to add. Photo edge, no, that's it. So, what was I about to show you? 1 second. Yeah, so we're gonna do the clear parts. I got them here as well, so I'm not gonna take them out. There's not that much, of course. I got the searchlight, that's the biggest. But you can see there. I'll just put it on here. It's clearer. There you can see. That's all the clear parts. Yeah, I'm gonna do the thing first now. It will be these, the tracks. And it was a track jig, by the way, which I couldn't remember. That's in here. You can take out one. Everyone has, all got a jig, so they're all the same. So you got multiple jigs. I've seen this style before, I'm sure of it. I just cannot remember which kit it was. And I'm looking again and again and I just can't see anything. But I've done this before. It was either a Tacom. I think it was a Tacom, but I'm not sure. But it's, yeah, it's hard plastic, so they're not vinyl. 4 cleanup parts per link, and then you got the cleanup parts per guide horn. Yes, and there's internal. Oh, there's actually there's actually a little bit of a cast texture on the inside of the track. So this is very nice. I haven't seen that before. There's a little bit of flash here, but it's just a whisk. I don't even need to whisk, I just put it with my finger. So I'm going to show you the inside first and hope the camera picks up the texturing in there. There you can see. So that's cool. Those are very nicely made tracks. And you got the guide horns there. Nice and open. Track pads on the other side. Again, also very nicely cast. And then again the guide horns will be the same. So that's actually quite good. And once you get the hang of doing it with the tracks, like I said, I've done it before. And if they work with you, because they need to work with you, they're actually not that bad. They're actually pretty. Oh, the box really isn't that stable. I'll have to glue that again. They're actually not half bad. They actually, and they will work. And here are the end connectors. These are flexible, of course, because they have to be able to move. And these, yeah, well, still the casting is good. It says RPG models, but I'm sure I've seen this before. I hate when that happens. There are the end connectors. That's one side. And that's the other side. So yeah, that costs also, well, pretty nice. Yeah, the box is a bit of a drama. I'll show you when I'm done with this recipe. There's something I'm actually looking forward to showing you this time. This is a beauty. This definitely is a beauty. It's the upper third half. The cast texture on this is so freaking brilliant. And there it is. It's crisp, molded, the texturing on there, the weld seams on there. It's just brilliantly done. This is such a nice texture on the third. This is really beautiful work. There's the inside, there's absolutely nothing, of course, but then again, it's not meant to be opened. There's just a little bit of flash here. It's not really, yeah, that's really flash. Like pack in here. You got the locator pinholes here, so actually got a lining up very easily. But the texture on this is freaking nice. So that's going to be back in. Then we do the lower hole as well. And again, weld seams here, weld seams there. Nicely done. Edges. Get nothing on the inside, of course, but that's only the point. Weld seams over here. There seems to be a little bit of a miss on this side, but kind of ripped, but just a bit melts. Overall, the weld seams, they look really good. They missed it there a little bit, but it could just be me. Yeah, this is very high quality. Again, the weld seams all around the very crisp molded edges. You go there. Again. As you can see, very nicely done. And there, where the push rods come. That's nice casting work. It's very nice casting work. And you have to keep in mind, this is a new company. I mean, it's the very sturdy plastic. It's darkish grey, which I haven't seen earlier. It's just the way they did those tracks. I can't get my head around where I saw that before. So let's work around to these first. Should I? Yeah, this is going on that way. So, and like I said, all resealable bags, so that's nice. Was it Meng? I haven't built a Meng in a while, so I don't think so. These are 3 of the same. So I'm going to take one out, let 2 in. This is the E-sprue. It basically looks like boxes, ammo box. These are all ammo box setups. These are the sides or something like that. Toe cable eye hooks. Don't know what these are going to meant to be. Lights. See ammo boxes, lids, ammo box sides. And the detail is very nicely molded. And the cleanup isn't perfect, there's a little bit of flash here and there. But they're supposed to be there. Those are hinges. I think those are hinges. All in all, it looks very nice. You can see there, nice box cup sides. And on the other, there's no detail on the other side, so no use of showing you that. Goes back in here. And back in the box. Next up, we got the. I just keep calling it the deep wading snorkel. Until somebody down in the description says it's otherwise. I keep with deep wading muffler or snorkel or tower or whatever. Again, molding is crisp. Some of the ejector. Oh damn, they're tight. Normally can get those off in a second, but not these, they're tied on. Damn. Some injector pin marks, some less sprue guards, sprue gates. But they're not overly connected on these one. This one is going to be thin. There's a lot of sprue gates in here, as you can see. 8 sprue gates for just a thin part. That's a lot. And that will be a bugger to clean up. But all in all, the detail, again with the seams, very subtle, but they are there, so that's cool. You can see, and again no detail on the inside, so I don't have to turn it around. See seams all over the length of the thing. Let's see how many screw gauges that has. That's a lot for such a finished product. All this small stuff. And then the other side. Rivets and everything. It's impressive. For 3 screws, same. These are return wheels, return the swing arms. There's a lot of noise, I know. Swing arms. I see smoke dispensers, but then in plastic, by the looks of it. Or they're supposed to be something else. Could be the caps for the torsion bars. Not sure. These are open, these are closed, and these are open again. So these look more like springs. Spare track links, the row wheels, which look very nicely done indeed. Swing arms, return rollers here with actually this run. See if I can save it from being destroyed forever, because you can see there. That pin is broken off. I'm just going to glue it straight back on again. Hopefully it won't stick. Yeah, that's a bit of a shame, but I'll keep this out of the bag for a while now so that it can dry. It's a little bit crooked, but I didn't care. So, can I put it down like this now? No, better not. I'm going to do it like here. Wheels. Open and or closed. You can see there. Pipes. Wheel caps. Swing arms. I'm gonna keep it a little bit crooked now because I can put it on because there are the return rollers, and of course I just glued one of those. You can see. So yeah, I'm not gonna. I'm going to put this to the side, put the others back. And let's have a quick view. Yeah, there's another one broken off. So be careful with with these screws, because the pins from the return rollers are pretty open, and they might break off. Still got it here and down at the inside of the bag, so take care of that. Next up, turret parts. Oh, these are very thin parts. Being this, oh, this is. Oh, I thought something broke off, but this is just a very small part. But this is very dangerous. This is actually just flea. Nothing to heal this. It's just 2 points. Wow. Now this is all very thin, as you can see. Then you get the side armor for the turret. And some, don't know, stuff here. Detail of the balding and the again, that the weld seams looks very good. There's a little bit of texturing on here as well. Pretty smooth, to be honest. And there's nothing on the inside really, so I'm going to show you what I got. cheeks of the turret, we can call it. And then there are these things, and they are not protected in any way, and they are pretty loose, or not loose, fragile. So it would have been nice if you get some, like Trumpeter does, some of that white foam around there, just to protect the fragile parts, but apparently it's not necessary. Back in the bag before it breaks. Next up, more small stuff. I actually do not recognize a lot of this. There's some... Yeah, can't say a lot about this because I have no clue what I'm looking at the moment because this is all fragmented. This is very nicely molded though. This is a grid and it's pretty clean. It's very nice. Here, small stuff. Just general mucus. And there's the grill part. You can see that's pretty clean. You can see through it and everything. So could be the exhaust part. Well, more general purpose sprue. My box is falling apart. And this is... Huh? Oh no, it's a different one. I see hatch part, commander hatch parts, or the driver's hatch. Then there are lighting for the lights. And these are the holder for the machine gun. I'm not sure what this is. Just a very small. These are very wow. I'm going to show you these two here in a second, and they are thin. That's gonna be, yeah. I wonder if that should be looking like that or that those are miscasts. Because they are really thin. So I don't know if it's supposed to be like that, but if so, wow. The headlight parts there. In general, those are the holders for the machine gun mountings. The two-part hatch. Is there actually any detail on the inside? No, not really. Let me show you. I don't know if it's supposed to be mounting for details there, but I don't think so. So. Next up, unditching lock and fuel tanks and toolboxes. Got the blade, the ditch blade. Got the final drive, the unditching lock here. And there's some nice wood texturing in there. Bolting on the final drive. Looks very nice. There's a shite ton of sprue connectors to the dozer blade. For some reason. Wow, that's a lot of connections. That's a lot of cleanup here. That's unnecessary. Smaller parts here. All over. And more of the boxes here. So you got these massive boxes, you got two sprue connectors. You got this very thin dozer blade. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. At least 18. 8. 18 connections. Wow. That's overkill. And there's the unditching lock. Almost lasered on wood grain. And then you get the sides there, tanks and small stuff there. And then you get the massively connected blade. And on this side you got more of the fuel supply and toolboxes. Next up, that is always interesting, the sprockets. The sprocket oil and the idler. There are two of the same. Yep, so I'm going to put one back immediately, or later, to the side. The transmission sprocket, the idler with the disc in betweens. All equivalents here, one here as well, so it's basically those two. And it's a little bit flashy around. Or is it supposed to be? No, that's no flash, that's apparently supposed to be. It looks flashy, but there's just little pins. Well, it is flashy here, but the pin's supposed to be there. Okay, idlers are clean. Looking good. Yep. Little thingies. And there I will turn it around because this has detail on the other side as well. And there the idlers. And more small stuff there, as you can see. And just turn these around for the detail on the inside of the sprocket. And let's see the idler as well, because there's not a lot to see there, to be honest. So that's why. Then we got a big one with the upper hull, the engine deck parts, the upper glaciers part, the driver's hatch, some small things, handles, these are engine deck fans, they go in there. This is all this and far. Weld seam brilliantly done. The whole seems a little bit textured. Every detail that's molded on is molded on very nicely. Molded on, here's some fuel lines or other lines molded in. No detail on the inside whatsoever. Also not on the driver's hatch. This is also the bolt and the screw details, very nice. No flash in the fence, so that's cool. This is a little bit shiny, don't know if it's supposed to be. There's a little bit texture there as well. So with this one, there are the massive blocks of welding seams there. That's a little bit overkill, but they make up for it here as well. All along to the back of the plate. You go back that back plate there. It's a little bit shiny, you can see it there. In the engine deck grills. And you got here the upper glaciers plate. Detail there of the Hopefully, see if I can get you a little bit closer. I really can't see what I'm doing now. Sorry guys, if it's out of focus, I can't see anything at the moment. So I'm just blindly hoping you can see anything. And then you got here some wiring or plumbing. And we're gonna put this back in the bag. Nope, don't drop it, please. Next up, no, we're still not at the end. The missus wants something. Let's see what she wants. I'm gonna do this very quickly. For some reason she's sending me pictures of her new shoes, which I really do not care about. Oh, the son is back home. Hopefully he will be quiet. 1 second, he won't be quiet. Sorry for that, guys. Side fenders, spacers for the rubbery parts. Here's the sides as well. Don't know what these are. Look like light bulbs, so that probably won't be something else. There's a little bit of detail, or probably just mounting points on the inside. Guessing this looks strange. Probably molding process. Just bubbles around the holes that will be pre-molded. So yeah, we'll see. Yeah, the molding itself is pretty brilliant. You can see it for yourself here. It's pretty brilliant done. Of course he's gonna make noise after I told him to be quiet. 1 second. There's the sides, armor plating, RPG curtains, whatever you want to call it. I don't know how to call it, so. Mud flaps, and there's the other one. It's the same. So almost done. Got 2 more sprues of styrene, and then it looks like 2 sprues of a vinyl-y stuff. So here we got gun parts. So these are all gun parts. Mod part, this is a hatch with internal detail, sort of. Searchlight, and it's all third parts mostly. So it looks like this thing should have a thermal sleeve on it or something, but the barrel is completely and perfectly smooth and silky smooth almost, just with those bands. So I don't know if this has a thermal sleeve. Supposed to have a thermal sleeve, but then you have to add something yourself because this is completely smooth. A little close up. There it is. More small parts that you can see. That's the hatch. I think it's the driver's hatch. No, or one of the hatches. Probably the driver's hatch, to be honest. And there's the gun barrel. You can see there the thing on top. That's why I believe it has a thermal sleeve. You can get it over there as well. So, and the bands across. So, and then there's a little interesting detail there. And we got the lower turret parts. Machine gun. That's just... Let's check on this. It's okay. I can't really say I'm very much impressed by the machine gun. But I don't know what's all going to be added to it. At this moment it's just bleh. That's all I can say about it. It's open. It's molded open. Well, that is really impressive then. But, I mean, there's absolutely almost no detail to it. So it's kind of bad. The low turret part, nothing special. Then you got these. Don't really know what this is for. Tow cable eye, light guards. This is inside the commanders, the aiming device and everything. This is again part of the gun, I think. Not completely sure though. Yeah, I'm kind of blah about the machine gun. The machine gun really takes a big part on the top of the turret, of course. This is blah. Oh shit! And as you can see, hopefully you can see, there, it's open. This small thing as well. I think this is supposed to be the coax, so that's a lot. And then you got guards for the lighting ring. You got that there. Which I don't know. It's the turret bottom. There's something on there. You got some of the equipment on the side. And that's it. Yeah, we got the final sprues left, which will be the mud guards and all that kind of stuff on the sides and under the front, and probably the polycaps. I see them now. This is all flexible. And already, well, torn off. These feel pretty greasy, to be honest. Yeah, this feels pretty greasy, so you want to clean this up. These are the mud flaps on the sides, and you have to kind of do it like this. Yes. Like that. Go on the side fenders. So yeah, the strange smell. Sorry. Polycaps. And these are all for the sides, for the turret and the front underneath. So there is some detail on here. And you can see there are numbers on here. 28, 20, 19. They're very lightly printed on there. I don't know if that's on purpose or an accident, but I would almost say it's on accident, because you got those ribble lines here on top and it says 28. The way I hold it now, I can read here 28, and you got the ribbons on top, on the bottom, and you got the 20 also the way I can read it. So it's not turned around like this, but maybe casting mistake, I don't know. Oh, and I just, oh, this is rigid. See, you can, oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna take this out next to this one, because I thought we had the two sprues with the... This is just normal styrene. This is hard. Mostly the same parts, minus these, so I can see so far. And even the polycaps here are just, these are not really polycaps. This is just hard styrene. These you can mold. See or not? This is soft. This is hard. So you basically got two of the same sprues, and here the numbers are in as well. You basically got two of the same sprues, but the one is styrene and the other is vinyl. So I'm going to show you the styrene parts because you probably can't be able to see the detail on those easier. I didn't notice it until now. It's funny because I got a friend of mine who already, when he saw the pictures, went, ew, got all those soft parts. I don't like those soft parts. Well, you don't have to use those soft parts with this kit because you got them in styrene as well. You don't have to use the final parts. And there you see the numbers I was talking about. 28, 19, 20. And they're on the vinyl parts as well, so it's kind of strange. There are the, well, let's see here. And there's the. So yeah, this is a surprise. I thought I had two the same sprues. You kind of do, but they're just a different material. Cool. And this basically was it. I have to get this back in because it won't work now. Yeah, it was a surprise. So now I'm going to show you the box because it was the last one. And then you, yeah, it's not really the best. I'm going to put this one in back here carefully. Out of the sprue, yes, and out of the box, I know, but just so to let it cure. Put the top on. And I'm going to tell you that this was my review of RPG Scale Model, RPGmodel.com, of the T-80U, the Russian main battle tank, 1/35 scale with kit number 35001. It looks to be a brilliant kit. The amount of detail and the molding and everything looks just brilliant. I have no clue about the fit at the moment, of course, because I haven't built it, because you see it's not built. And I don't know when I'm going to build it, probably pretty quick, because I really like Russian stuff, as well as everybody knows by now, who knows me. So, I like the fact that you got the vinyl, but you also got the normal styrene options at the same time, molded in black. That was a surprise. I did expect, looking at the pictures, I got more photo edge, but apparently one thread is more than enough, so that's cool. I do not like photo edge. I still want to know what this big thing on the back is, because I still don't know that. But all in all, it looks to be a very brilliant kit. I'm going to be a little bit careful with the decals, to be honest, because they look really thick. And I still don't know where I can still remember those tracks. I know for certain I've seen them before. Also gonna do a little bit of research on those transform paints. I've never heard of those, probably something Chinese or something in the area there. And yeah, I really, that's a shame. The 7-part barrel. I'm probably gonna replace it, but I'm definitely gonna try making it because I want to know if there's a thermal sleeve on this or not, because the ridge you saw on the parts. But all in all, it really did pique my interest reviewing this kit. So I hope you enjoyed it as well. Like and subscribe if you want. If you want to help me out further, you can also go and visit my Patreon page. Should be a logo somewhere now, popping up on the screen. And otherwise, I'm just gonna see you next time, and bye bye.